And I just love mixing old and contemporary. I think it has so much character. And there we are. Glenda Bailey, who is editor-in-chief, Karl Lagerfeld, Derek Glassberg, Stephen Gahn, Rachel Zoe.
Et tu parles français?
Oui, tout à fait. Si tu veux, on continue en français.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is another episode of New Yorker's Apartments. And today we're actually going to visit a New Yorker that lives in Paris. Located on the Rive Gauche or left bank, the 7th arrondissement is in the heart of Paris. It is a perfect mix of the city's grandest sights like Eiffel Tower and a village-like vibe of this quintessential Parisian neighborhood. It is one of Paris's most desirable and prestigious neighborhoods. Hi, Sabrina! Oh my god, hi! Hi!
A warm welcome. Welcome to my place. So nice to see you.
Good to see you. So cute.
Hi, my name is Serena Marzaro. I am a copywriter and author of Swiping for Prince Charming. I live in Paris and I used to live in the East Village in New York. So welcome to my apartment. We can start in what I essentially consider the pretend kitchen because I don't know how to cook. We have this painting that I made here. We have some decor up here that's like random collection.
You made this painting?
Yeah, during COVID. Champagne from New Year's, some shoes and random decor.
I like how you organize your utensils.
Thank you. And I like that the clock originally, it stopped working at some point and I was like upset about it. And then I realized I liked that because it almost was symbolic, like when you're here, time stands still. So I really liked that, poetically speaking. In our entryway, we have this, which is from a graphic designer in Rome that opened the chicest shop there, Chez Dédé. And my mom used to live in that street, which is how I discovered it. We have a typical Parisian fireplace, which does not work. The mirror, I like to say that I restored it just because I bought some gold paint and like touched it up when I found it. This bust is from Venice. Like everything in here has a story essentially. And as a writer, of course, there are lots of books, including my next one that's about to come out, Brushstrokes. You get a sneak peek at the cover. It's a book of poetry. The masks actually come from Venice because my dad is from there, so my mom always collected them. The lamp is from the 70s that I found online in Italy.
This lamp is so good.
Thank you. I love how it also happened to match my coffee table that I already had. I love design from the 70s and I like the gold elements because it brings some warmth also to the piece. Yeah, the coffee table I found in Nice at the Cours Salaya. And it's from the 70s and it's authentic and I'm obsessed with it. And then I have, again, all these coffee table books that just like capture my heart. And I have one that I think you'll really like because I got it when I was passing in front of Colette, the concept store back in the day. And they happened to be throwing a party for Harper's Bazaar. There I saw Glenda Bailey, who is editor-in-chief, Karl Lagerfeld, Derek Glassberg, Stephen Gahn, Rachel Zoe. So I got really, really lucky and to be able to immortalize that moment.
Wow, that is so cool.
In Athens at a flea market that were from the 1800s in Paris.
Wow, from
that actually
Athens.
work, yeah. I just love mixing old and contemporary pieces. I think that it just brings so much more character and an element of uniqueness that's really cool. This is my first book, Swiping for Prince Charming, which is an illustrated tale of a woman's search for love in Paris. Literally each page is illustrated and tells this beautiful tale. It's very Sex and the City, very fun. And I actually met Echo at the book launch party. This is the bedroom. So this is a piece of art that my friend made at Faire du Cré, and so it was a play on words with Fendi because fondu in French means broken and the mirror was chipped.
That is genius.
Yeah, he's very clever.
And then Paris instead of Rome.
Exactly. I love these pillows because I actually found a silk belt from a kimono in Japan that I brought back and transformed into these pillows, so it feels like a real souvenir of my travels. A map of Rome, which I got again when my mom was living there.
Yeah, maps are very chic as like a decoration.
Yeah. So we have these photographs from the Chanel Cruise collection in 1996, which I absolutely love.
Your bathroom is gigantic.
For Paris.
For Paris, it's so big.
I've been here for altogether about 10 years, maybe a little more at this point. It always felt like home from the first time I came. It's just so beautiful.
What is your style when it comes to interior design?
I would say a little bit eclectic, sort of a mixture of classic antique pieces, mid-century modern, and then contemporary. I like that it feels warm and cozy and at the same time elegant, but with personality. I adore New York, but to live long-term, Paris is definitely home for me. New York, I think, is just so electric and irresistible, but I prefer it, I think, for shorter periods of time, just to get my fix.
Paris is a place people come and stay.
Yeah.
And then New York is a place people come and leave.
Yeah, it's like a very transitional city. I think a lot of people are there for just a set number of years before they go, and it's great for your career. It's great for, especially when you're in your 20s and early 30s. Paris really feels like a place that people, yes, go to settle down, even have a family if they want, but it's also, even if you're single and everything, it's very romantic and fun.
Yeah. Your dog is bilingual.
He actually speaks Greek as well.
Trilingual. Your dog understands 3 languages.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
When it comes to more of my copywriting stuff, I work with luxury cosmetics and fashion brands, designing and writing their ad campaigns. And outside of that, as I said, I wrote Swiping for Prince Charming, and my next book is a book of poetry and prose, which comes out November 30th, Brushstrokes. And poetry has always really been my passion, so it's exciting to be able to pursue that really in depth now. So as an expat in Paris, I would say the beginning especially can be quite challenging, especially if you haven't yet mastered the language. I got really lucky because the Parisians themselves, it's harder initially to really be welcomed into their group because they've known each other since they were kids, or at least their studies. For me, I found that I really connected most with expats from all different countries that found their way here. A lot of my closer friends are Italian, Spanish, Argentinian, etc., that moved here, and I like that really openness. And in the end, you find that there are so many different types of people that you can meet in the city. It's so international that it's not that difficult in the end to make friends. My favorite store in all of Paris would probably be Le Bon Marché, because it's the first department store in the world and it's exquisite. Officine Générale Bully, one of the coolest stores I've ever seen. It's a small chain that LVMH actually invested in, but of skincare and soaps and brushes. And you step into it and you feel like you're going back in time, and they will literally like engrave your initials on the products, even on the soap. And it's just so beautiful. I mean, for my own typical groceries, I wish I could tell you that I go to the open market and get fresh fish and fresh fruits and vegetables, but I don't do that. I don't.